Alright, welcome to my channel. This is Derek Big Brain Science, and in today's session we're going to talk about banana management. So before thinking of starting a banana project, what you should have in mind are the following factors. We have site, weed management, spacing, construction of holes, soil and water conservation, pruning, and pest and disease management. But for today's session, we are not going to talk about pest and disease management. We shall talk about it in the next session. Alright, straight away we go into propagation of banana. This one is done after assessing of the area. You confirm that the soil is fertile, the drainage is okay, and some other factors. Then we think of making planting hole. A planting hole should have a length of 60 centimeters, width is 60 centimeters, depth or height of 60 centimeters. That is as per the standard measurements of banana. During digging of this planting hole, the top rich or the top fertile soil is kept on the upper side of the hole, as considering the terrain of the place, and then the bottom lower or the bottom infertile soil is placed on the lower side of the hole. Why do we do this? This is in case it rains, top fertile soil will run into the hole, and infertile soil on the lower side of the hole will continue flowing with the running water. The hole is then filled with composite manure. This can be done 2 months earlier or 2 months before the planting of the banana suckers. Why do we do it that way? It is because the organic manure releases the nutrients into the soil very slowly. So we want, by the time we come in to plant the banana suckers, when the nutrients are already released into the soil. And on another thing is that these organic manure, some of them tend to have high temperatures, which can result into scorching of the plant. That's why we apply them early to give them enough time of cooling, not to affect the plant. Now that we've finished organizing our planting hole, the next step is to select a proper and healthy planting material. That is to say, suckers, and these they are of different types. That's to say, for instance, we have sword sucker. These are young banana plants that develop from the mother plant with a sword-like shape. This type of sucker is good for planting, reason being the small sized shape of the leaves gives it a low chances of being affected or infected by this disease causing organism. And the fact that the leaves are very minimal, airborne diseases are also chances of airborne diseases are also reduced. So this sucker is good for planting. Should always consider this type of sucker when planting. We also have Melden suckers. These are young developed banana plants with broad leaves. Actually, the plant looks like they are already developed, and this type of sucker is not good for planting. Reason being, the leaves are broadly exposed to the environment, meaning high chances of infection, and disease, you can easily plant already diseased planting material. So this one I would not recommend you people to go for this type of sucker. The fact that the leaves are broadly open to the environment, there is high chances of disease causing organism landing on those leaves, resulting into disease conditions. Then finally we have banana slip. These are, I can call them tips of banana plant that are just developing from the soil, and this is the best I would recommend someone to go for when propagating a plant. Reason being, the leaves are not exposed to the environment, and there is less chances of disease issues in this type of sucker. So I would recommend people to go for this. However, take note always to study the roots of the suckers before selecting them for planting. Now, when introducing the planting material into the soil, place it at a slight angle, and then you cover it with top rich soil. Let me repeat this: top rich soil that we always put on the upper side of the pit or of the hole. This soil is always dark in color, rich in nutrients. Then press the soils around the plant firmly, and then create a slight angle to avoid water from accumulating from the center. This can result into rotting of the plant. Otherwise, we advise that the water should collect from the sides of the plant to avoid the middle part of the plant to rot. And then don't forget to press the soil and then water the plant after you've introduced it in the soil. This is clearly showed in the diagram. Putting into consideration the spacing of our suckers, the standard spacing or recommended spacing for banana plants are, it is always recommended that we consider 3 meters plant from one plant to another, and then 3 meters from one row to another. However, the spacing can vary depending on the soil fertility, the variety of the banana you're planting. Let us say tall banana varieties needs more spacing, whereas short banana varieties will require minimal spacing. Why is spacing very important? This will encourage smooth aeration or proper aeration of our banana plants. This plays a major role in controlling diseases such as sigatokas. And another thing, it will ensure maximum sunlight onto the plant, which is good for proper growth and development. So always endeavor to ensure proper spacing for good aeration of the banana fields. Now, after we've established our plantation, it is so important to think of water as a major, or I don't know how I can explain it, but it is required for proper growth and development of our banana plantation. So soil and water conservation is one of the key factors to look at when dealing with banana plantation, and this one is majorly done through mulching. That is to say, covering of topsoil either with the dry plant material, or it can be a polythene plastic How important is that? It will reduce direct sunlight onto the soil surface, which sometimes results into evaporation of minerals, water and mineral salt into the atmosphere, leading or resulting into losses. However, mulching mulching should be done in a proper manner. When you look at the first diagram, mulching is done wrongly. Why? Because the mulching material is placed up to the base, or up to the it's having direct contact with the banana plants. Whereas in second diagram, it is showing banana plantation being mulched, but with the space between the planting material, between the the banana plant itself and the mulching material. How important is that? The banana weevils tend to hide themselves in cold, or under the mulching materials, which is always cold. And by the time they try to cross from the the mulching material to the banana plant, you find that in their nature they are slow moving, they move slowly. So as they try to cross from the mulching material to the banana plant, they are denatured or killed by the sun rays. That's why it is recommended, when mulching the banana fields, should leave some space some space from the planting material, creating that gap or that space that will play a major role of getting these banana weevils killed. Then finally we shall talk about pruning. Pruning, in simple terms, I can call it hygiene of our banana plants itself. This one is always associated with removal of dry banana leaves, fibers on around the plant, and then sometimes you may go deep into the suckering. You remove excess suckers that develop from the mother plant. In most cases, we recommend 3 banana plants per hole. What do I mean? Mother plant, father plant, and the daughter. So anything more than that needs to be removed to reduce on nutrient competition, and it should be done in in a systematic way, that the plant all grow in the same arrangement, making the garden or the field looking neat.